Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing an enterprise data management plan overview for Walmart. Walmart is the top two company below Amazon on market share on the e-commerce industry, having 5.8% of market share while Amazon has 39%. This sets a clear opportunity for Walmart to redesign its EDM strategy as well as identify new business requirements and needs that will be addressed by the new enterprise data warehouse design that will be proposed. Its e-commerce branch receives 100 million unique visitors per month and employs people with skills such as data engineers, data scientists, data architects, data analysts, software developers, and more, including over 3,000 workers around India, USA, England, and South America. With this said, Walmart uses a wide range of tools from various vendors, as well as it uses open sources such as Hadoop, in-house developers, and multiple BI and analytical tools to transform data into insights and make better and informed decisions. However, increasing its market share should be their next objective, and for that, it is necessary to rethink the business needs, requirements, and infrastructure in order to address the business question of how to increase the market share to be more competitive with Amazon. To begin the designing of the EDM roadmap, Walmart needs as prerequisites to design a team composition that is dedicated to the project and with clear objectives and people that are responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Next, seeking an executive sponsor will allow Walmart Lab and its technologies to have attention from the different departments and stores across the USA. This sponsorship should last at a bigger scale for around 20 to 30 weeks until the new data warehouse is deployed with clear enterprise data strategies defined. To propose a new EDM strategy and deployment for a new data warehouse environment, Walmart Lab must address to its sponsors the current system state as well as define the first version of the desired future EDM state. Hotspots, tech trends, vendor issues, and new business initiatives should be discussed, as well as how this data will aid in data driven insights. With the sponsorship of the project, the leaders of the initiative should conduct stakeholder summits to do checkpoints and see how the EDM roadmap is and set a moving direction and define the next step until the next checkpoint. Once the meetings with stakeholders have been conducted, the team should realize the necessary adjustments before building a phased map that will define dimensional modeling as well as ETL processes to design the architecture of the data warehouse. In the phased roadmap stage, iterative and incremental efforts should be done and consider whether the project is a low scale or a large scale initiative. A low scale initiative may have 2 to 3 phases and last less than a year, while a large scale initiative may contain 4 to 5 phases and last more than 3 years in order for business users to have been trained, BI tools to be completely established, development of contingency plans and how to mitigate them, as well as a clear definition of roles and responsibilities through different departments for the use of the new environment created. Lastly, after defining the phased roadmap towards the execution of the EDM roadmap, it is crucial to continue with the acceptance and sponsorship of executives, and little time should pass between defining the roadmap and acceptance of the proposal. For Walmart, this is how the proposed EDM roadmap should look like in order to maintain the backup from sponsors and stakeholders. Regarding the data warehouse future state, Walmart should pay close attention to clickstream data source, which includes log file formats to identify visitors, sessions, and behavior of customers. Data may also come from internet service providers or from search engines that direct users to the web page. Another challenge to tackle is the anonymity of users unless they agree to reveal their identity. Walmart must address these challenges by identifying visitors' origin, identifying the session ID to record actions of every individual visitor, and identifying the visitor by establishing persistent cookies in the visitor's machine, which the browser doesn't delete when a session ends. However, the visitor may refuse cookies, although this does not represent a major challenge as to other alternatives. Regarding clickstream dimensional models, Walmart can organize its dimensional tables in categories such as date, time, vendor, status, location, customer, promotion, page, event, session, and referral. These last four attributes are unique to clickstream data. Page refers to context for web page event, and the grain is the individual page. Event handles what happens at a page at a point in time, such as opening, refreshing, clicks, and entering data. Session is to understand why a customer only browsed for products or why it made a purchase and why and when does it stop looking. Finally, referral identifies how a customer arrived to the page, and this information is provided through web server logs that identify the URL of the previous web page. The table provided is an example of session dimension attributes and sample data values of how these unique attributes should be considered. On the other hand, clickstream fact tables should have grains that must be one row for each completed customer session to avoid fact tables growing massively in size. For an e-commerce site, dimensional modeling schemas are somewhat predictable, and this can be exploited to the advantage of analysts and business users. Regarding the buzz matrix and the list of business processes on an e-commerce business, one row may contain some associated fact tables and OLAP cubes. This communicates the need to build dimensional and fact tables such as customer, inventory, cost processes, and explore effects on other business processes, allowing for a clearer view of how the schemas will be designed to solve the business case of gaining market share. It is recommended that Walmart design this e-commerce buzz matrix the following way to begin its dimensional modeling. Here we see three main processes with sub-processes, and it is important to mention that web visitor clickstream should be emphasized by Walmart if they are intending to focus on its e-commerce branch. By analyzing costs, also, scaling test environments are costly in complex IT landscapes, and many of the Fortune 500 companies spend around 30 million on building a test lab, for which estimating real cost of the implementation of this project is difficult, although there are solutions in the market that address this issue through data warehouse as a software, and also, depending on the company and the data it handles, costs may go from $200 to $2 million in building a new data warehouse environment. This is why data warehouse as a software is offered by vendors such as Redshift, BigQuery, Azure, and Panoply. It is important to consider infrastructure pricing, both hardware and software, as well as human capital to develop and maintain the data warehouse. Human capital includes analysts to understand business requirements, engineers to model and optimize data, and project managers to lead the team through the different sprints and phases of the project. Costs in human capital will vary depending on the region, but in USA, skills such as engineers, data scientists, and analysts vary from $100,000 to $150,000 per year per employee. To accurately estimate costs, an approximate of the storage needed will be required, how many ETL tools will be used in order to minimize the work of data engineers, as well as BI tools such as Tableau or Power BI to analyze and visualize data in the data warehouse. In this case, Panoply is the recommended vendor. It not also allows to change plans in case of overestimating or an underestimating of needs and resources, but it also integrates with other over 80 data sources, automates performance tuning, saves money on data engineering work, and offers a flat monthly fee of $995 per month for the business plan. This plan offers 10 distinct data sources, 100 gigabytes of storage, live data architecture support, and less than 1 hour response time for assistance. There is an enterprise version too that expands the offerings of the business plan. However, Walmart must first contact Panoply in order to get price information according to more detailed needs of the company. As the enterprise data management strategy parameters have been defined, it is important in order to maintain sponsorship and interest from stakeholders and business users maximizing the data warehouse functionalities to understand the drivers of the project. For this, Walmart must avoid ingrained information processes, inefficient software development process that increase cost, and inflexible working systems. That is why, through the roadmap already proposed and its different phases, including dimensional modeling and ETL methods, approach for an integrated knowledge environment or MIC is proposed. Here, project managers should establish a working methodology that operates this way, considering the first two phases to last around 12 weeks, while the next three phases will be an incremental approach towards the designing, development, deployment, and operability of the fundamental roadmap activities, which will last, as mentioned on previous sections, accordingly to the size and scope of the EDM project. Lastly, it is important to recall that EDM work does not finish after accomplishing the desired future state of the EDM strategy, but there must be eternal vigilance to ensure a well achieved and successful EDM environment that continues to succeed at its business, technical, and technological missions to come. I hope this presentation gave you a big picture of how to design an EDM roadmap and how to deploy a business intelligence and data warehouse environment in your company. Thank you very much.